Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the Your Chicagoland Living Show. Welcome. My name is Sophia Ojukwu, real estate broker, coach, and entrepreneur. Today we're going to be talking all about credit. So you want to buy that house and you look at your credit and you don't qualify because your credit is bad. Yikes. So we're going to talk about how to help you here because we definitely want you to buy a house. We want you to work on your credit. But in order to work on that credit, you have to understand what affects it. And there are generally just 5 factors that will affect your credit. The number one thing is payment history. So you got that credit card. And sometimes you pay it and sometimes you don't. You know what? You got to pay every single month. You got to pay your credit. All debt that you have, you got to pay every single month, even if it's just the minimum. But they want to see that you are responsible with credit. When they give you credit, you're going to pay it and pay it back. So that counts for 35% of your credit score. Woo! So it's a big hit. When you miss a payment, it's a big hit on your credit. So when you're trying to buy a house, you got to be watching your credit like a hawk. Don't miss a payment. Just don't miss a payment. Now the second factor is your credit utilization. Okay, what does that mean? It means I give you a $1,000 credit card and you max it out. Not good. Credit utilization has to do with how much of the credit they're giving you are you using. Basically, they give credit to those that don't really need it. So if I give you a $1,000 credit limit, you try to keep that under 30%. 10% the better. $1,000 limit meaning you should not be carrying a balance of more than $300. $100 is better, or no balance is even better. So that counts for 30% of your credit score. So if you max it out, it's going to not be good. If you get it at 50%, it's still not good. Better than maxed out, but not as good. You got to bring it under 30% or 10% or just pay off that balance at the end of the month. Okay, and definitely make sure that you're not carrying too much balance on all your credit cards and all your installment loans. Okay, so now the third factor is how long you've had credit. So if you just go ahead, I want to buy a house, I'm going to go open up a whole bunch of credit cards or lines of credit, that's not enough because it's going to look new and it's really not going to impact your credit score that much. So the length of the credit matters. Now, getting the ability to get new credit is good, but you don't want to have a bunch of new credit because it could signal to them that there's a problem, so you're trying to get all this credit so that you can go solve your problem. So they want to know that you can get new credit, but not to get a whole bunch of it. And the final one is a credit mix, meaning that they want to see a mixture of different types of credit. Maybe credit cards, a mortgage, or an installment loan. Just a mixture of different types of credit that you have and can get. Now, the question is, knowing this, how this works, how do I get credit, my credit boosted fast when I have bad credit or no credit at all? Yeah, when you have no credits, that counts against you. They will not give you a mortgage when you have no credit lines. You've got to have a minimum of 3 credit lines, and one of them could be a credit card, and then some kind of installment loan. Maybe you bought furniture or whatever. Just some kind of installment loan. So just have 3 lines of credit. And okay, so we know all this: your payment history, your credit utilization, the length of the credit, new credit, and credit mix. Those are 5 factors that affect your credit score. So how do you boost your credit fast when you're trying to buy a house? So to take care of the payment history part, when you have bad credit, is you can get a family member or someone that you trust to have you added on that, okay, they have to have good credit and a card that they're not using that much, meaning it has very low utilization. They can add you as an approved user of their card. So if you're a young person, you've got parents that are willing to add you on their credit card, then what would happen is that their payment history would be now part of your payment history, which can boost your credit. So that's one thing that people do to help boost their credits. Their family members can help them out with that. And then credit utilization is if you're carrying high balances, get those down. And of course, if you don't have any credit, get some credit cards, like a gas card, a credit card, and then just start using them and paying it off. If you use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off, that will help you. Okay, so so that getting yourself added as an approved person on your parents' card can help you, or your spouse's card can help you with the payment history and the new length of credit on your credit report. That will help boost you. Okay, so that's really the fastest way to boost your credit, is get added to as an approved user on a family member's card. Start paying down those balances, and if you have no credit, get some credit. Get a minimum of 3 lines of credit, and start using your card and paying off the balance. I mean, that's it. If you can do that for a few months, you will see that your credit score will start to rise. And definitely get a copy of the credit report and go through it and make sure that everything in there is correct and everything in there belongs to you. Because without a good credit, the lowest I've seen is 620 credit score to get a loan, the better. So that's not the only thing that they look at, but it's a huge part of getting you pre-approved for a loan. Hope that helps. We're working towards getting you that pre-approval that you're going to need to buy a house. So thanks for joining today. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, comment, like, share, hit the notification button so when I upload a video, you will be notified. So as always, thanks for joining and make it a great day. Bye.